call for the fresh shot clock. MJ. Oh, he did it! Michael shakes the finger.
Against the Bulls, he does. Here's Jordan. He blows by Pearson. Jammed it down.
Which is as few as advances the first one.
Legends don't just live in their time, they reshape any era they touch. But what if Michael Jordan, the greatest to ever lace up, didn't dominate the 80s and 90s? What if he stepped onto the court today, in 2025, in a league obsessed with threes, pace, and positionless basketball? Picture MJ not as a myth from highlight reels, but as a real-time force, dropping fadeaways in 4K, snarling after dunks, and trending worldwide with every clutch shot. This isn't a nostalgic tribute. This is MJ unleashed in the modern NBA. A storm of will, skill, and unrelenting hunger. Jordan would land in a league defined by analytics, spacing, and endless noise, facing giants like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, Steph Curry, and LeBron James. He wouldn't blink. The same MJ who turned slights into fuel, who invented rivals just to crush them, would see today's stars as challenges, not threats. He'd demand the smoke, thrive in it, and leave arenas silent. Fans today used to highlight-driven hype would be mesmerized by a predator who didn't just play the game. He owned it. In today's NBA, with its wide-open offenses and rule changes, Jordan's game would be a cheat code. No hand-checking. His mid-range mastery would carve up defenses. Insert animated simulation of MJ's fadeaway over a switching guard. Smaller guards on a switch. Over. A big man hedging a screen. MJ's gone, slicing to the rim with that explosive first step, finishing through contact like a sledgehammer. He'd live at the free throw line, drawing fouls with surgical precision. Defensive schemes, drop coverage, zones, blitzes wouldn't faze him. He'd pick them apart with footwork that was half ballet, half blade. His numbers, they'd be obscene. In 1986 to 87, Jordan averaged 37.1 points per game in a slower, more physical era without today's spacing or offensive freedom. Drop that MJ into 2025 with better training, nutrition, and recovery? We're talking 40-point nights as routine. Triple doubles when he's feeling playful. He'd feast on mismatches, exploit switches, and make the mid-range, scorned by analytics gurus, a weapon of mass destruction. Insert edited highlight of MJ's mid-range jumper over a modern defender. Analysts might call the mid-range inefficient. Jordan would make it scripture. Coaches would scramble to contain him. Double teams, he'd split them. Exotic zones, he'd find the seams. Triple teams, he'd pass to open shooters because MJ wasn't just a scorer, he was a genius. His basketball IQ, often overshadowed by his athleticism, would shine in today's fluid offenses. He'd read defenses like a chess grandmaster, turning momentum into inevitability. Playoff series would hinge on his ability to take over a single quarter, leaving opponents and fans in awe. Defense, Jordan would be a terror. Today's rules limit physicality, but MJ's quick hands, relentless motor, and instincts would make him a steals machine. Imagine him hounding Steph Curry, denying space, forcing turnovers. Insert animation of MJ stealing from Curry and dunking. Or clamping Kevin Durant, using his 6 feet 6 inches frame and wingspan to contest those endless pull-ups. He'd still be all defense, racking up steals and blocks while trash-talking his way into opponents' heads. Fans would marvel at a two-way star who didn't just score, he suffocated. The modern media landscape would amplify MJ's aura. His icy stares, fiery post-game quotes, and practice intensity would dominate sports talk shows. A sideline glare at a teammate loafing, instant meme fuel, a cryptic comment after a loss. Debate shows would run it for weeks. Unlike today's stars, MJ wouldn't chase likability. He'd weaponize greatness. His interviews would be short, sharp, and chilling, leaving no doubt who owned the moment. Fans would eat it up, drawn to a star who didn't perform for cameras, but lived for the scoreboard. Endorsements? Jordan was a marketing titan in the 80s. Today, he'd be a global empire. The Jordan brand wouldn't just lead sneaker culture, it would define it. Every Air Jordan drop would crash apps, spark midnight lines, and drive billions. His signature shoes would be more than fashion. They'd be events, blending style and legacy. MJ would move markets, shape trends, and make every competitor play catch-up. Fans would see not just an athlete, but a cultural force. But what would today's NBA do to Jordan? Would the constant scrutiny, the 24/7 hot take cycle, rattle him? Doubtful. MJ thrived on pressure. Social media slights would be kindling for his fire. Each critic a new monster to slay. Load management? Not in his dictionary. Rest was for the off-season after the trophy was hoisted. Teammates would either rise to his standard or be left behind. His leadership, forged through demands, not diplomacy, would reshape locker rooms. If you couldn't handle the heat, you'd be traded for someone who could. The rivalries would be legendary. Picture MJ versus LeBron James, not a barbershop debate, but a Christmas Day clash and playoff war. LeBron, the strategic maestro of versatility and longevity, against MJ, the merciless assassin of willpower and scoring. It wouldn't settle the GOAT debate, it would set it ablaze. Fans would pack arenas, glued to every possession, every stare down. Or imagine MJ guarding Kobe Bryant in the early 2000s and 10s, the master facing his disciple, their fadeaways mirroring each other in a battle of wills. Insert edited clip of MJ versus Kobe duel. Then there's MJ versus Giannis Antetokounmpo, athleticism against athleticism, MJ's cunning footwork dodging the Greek freak's length. Or MJ chasing Steph Curry, refusing to let the greatest shooter breathe, then demanding the ball for a game-winning jumper. Against Kevin Durant, it'd be MJ's mid-range purity versus KD's endless range. These matchups wouldn't just be games, they'd be events, drawing millions to debate who'd come out on top. Jordan would relish every second, living for the spotlight and the stakes. In the finals, MJ would do what he always did, close. His 6-for-6 finals record in the 90s was no fluke. In today's faster, offense-heavy game, with more possessions and freedom, his chances would only grow. 8 for 8, 10 for 10. It's not crazy. MJ wasn't about stats, he was about rings. Insert animation of MJ hitting a finals game winner. His clutch gene would shine in 2025, whether it's a fadeaway over Kawhi Leonard, a steal and slam in Game 7, or a 50-point explosion in Madison Square Garden. The NBA would orbit him, not because of hype, but because his greatness demanded it. The GOAT debate would hit fever pitch. LeBron's versatility, longevity, and playmaking versus MJ's scoring, defense, and perfect finals record. Every game would be a referendum, fueling arguments across generations. But Jordan wouldn't engage. He'd let his game speak, piling up MVPs, finals trophies, and moments that silenced doubters. Fans would argue endlessly, but MJ would just win, proving dominance needs no words, only results. Jordan in 2025 wouldn't be a relic of the past. He'd be a reckoning, bending the modern game to his will. Eras shift, styles evolve, but killers adapt. And MJ was the ultimate killer, cerebral, relentless, unstoppable. He wouldn't just thrive in today's NBA, he'd redefine it, reminding the world what greatness looks like when it refuses to bend. So let's settle it. How many rings would MJ win in today's NBA? Drop your take in the comments. We're reading every one. If imagining Jordan torching the modern game got you hyped, smash that subscribe button and join DunkCourt for more NBA legends, rivalries, and what-if scenarios that hit different. MJ didn't just play basketball, he owned it. Let's keep that energy alive.